Are you really still here watching that YouTube kid slop? Man, I really thought people would have better taste nowadays. Maybe you could waste your time doing something more mature, like taxes. But I know you won't.
What's got you fuming, buddy? What's got you raging, dude? Did something piss you off? You better learn to cope soon. This place eats dopes for breakfast. You'll need some thicker skin. Cause if you're angry now, imagine how you'll feel when you check your bedroom and it's crawling with snakes. When every step you take's a face full of rakes. When even seats are threatening a certain sound. Your entertainment, who even needs a clown?
Don't you have any other way of entertaining yourself that doesn't involve torturing people?
No.
Get your Jack's toy, get a little laugh, boy. So you're not down to clown, well I won't let that get me down. I'm your Jack's toy, have a little laugh, boy. I say I'm sorry, but it's not that kind of party. Wait, please give me a second, so let me get this straight. The mini jester thinks there's a solution to our fate. Wait, let's hear her out. Got nothing here but time. Just let us in on what will save us here. We miss a sign.
You hear that, audience? You're in for a show.
We're breaking numbers, but we're suffering though. And as you chuckle on your side of the screen, I think I'll join you giving a little beam. What is it? Are you crying from the jab to the side? Can't handle snide comments, looking to confide in Ragatha. Good luck with that to ya. I'm giving gold to those misfortunate enough to end up in a circus from a rancid purchase of a headset. Just my luck had gone and cursed us. You wanna smile and ease your mind? Then lighten up, so says my sign.
Kane, I think your stupid boombox is busted.
Get your Jack's toy, get a little laugh, boy. So you're not down to clown, well I won't let that get me down. I'm your Jack's toy, have a little laugh, boy. I say I'm sorry, but it's not that kind of party. That's me. I'll keep you company. Still me.
Alright, how we feeling tonight? Because I know I'm feeling great right now. You know why? Because I'm about to play more dating Sims. Anyway, everyone settle down, get yourself some nice fucking peach tea. You know what I discovered when I was cleaning the room today? Because I guess it's just out of sight. I have one last bar of the Lindt Excellent Orange Chocolate, so I'm going to be eating this while we do this. Because, I love chocolate. But here I am. Let me take away this little guy. There you go. And you guys can see my little guy. I have a cute little dude. My little PNG. Anyway, here we are. So, I played this before. I have mainly only gone for the forward routes and everything. So, I figured, like, we have another fucking bachelor option. Might as well try for it, you know? So, we're gonna fresh start and see what happens. So, I'll be reading a lot of more things again. The other thing I have... Oh shit, this only has a quarter? Well, I guess I have water next to me, but water's boring. I'll take the water. I'm gonna get thirsty during this. I'm gonna get thirsty in more ways than one. Good old road trips, full of promise and ripe for potential for adventure, soul-searching, and incredible scenery. Is it spacebar? Yeah. Or at least that's what you thought before the novelty wore thin. As for now, your legs are cramping up, you're exhausting your travel playlist 2 times over, and your stomach was begging for something to eat. On top of that, you're pretty sure you're lost. Driving through the Oregon paints a picture of trees, trees, and more trees, especially the endless wind roads that you're taking up north. All the breaks and patterns is signs that zip past with words that you're able to make out. Gravity Falls. The road continues on. Giant red woods looming on both sides. You find yourself anticipating something because as you drive on, you feel it. Something strange is bound to happen here. Something weird. And that's when it happened. Your car picked up speed. The change comes out of nowhere as you quickly put your foot on the brakes, but horrifyingly, the car seems to be driving on its own willpower. Trying to stay calm despite the panic overwhelming your chest, you pull the emergency brake, only to find that the car resists and keeps pulling forward. It's like something's pulling it. The car begins to rattle, the wheels screeching against the country roads, and you're screaming until... crash! We wake up on a wagon. There's smoke. Why is there smoke? You cough, fumbling for the door, and you manage to undo the lock just before the door is wrenched outwards from your grasp. Something lands on your shoulder. A hand. Are you alright? Oh, I'm going for the Stanley route, and I have to remember that this man exists. This is an awful turn of events. A man stands at your open car door, his hand on your shoulder, leaving you to tilt your head up, and he pulls a flashlight from his coat, shining into your eyes. 2 blinks, and he lets go of your chin. His eyes dart over the rest of you, looking for injuries. Still stunned, all you do is watch. What's your name? You know my name's Phoenix. In another life we could have been together, but in this route I'm... Ah, shit. I go by all these pronouns. Should I just be a girl for this? Should I... Don't ask me, I'm just a girl. I don't know. I did date them. You know what? I'm feeling he, him today. I want to be feeling handsome like a guy. Phoenix, I'm Stanford Pine. Sword for sure. I would shake your hand, but you look shaken up as it is. Haha, he's so funny. I love You seem fine as far as I can tell, but you shouldn't head back out anytime soon. Where on earth were you driving in such a hurry? You open your mouth to explain when a voice calls from inside the house. Poindexter, you better not be one of those experiments again. I had this place rebuilt too many times to... Alright, that's the guy. We gotta go. The owner of the voice walks out of the house and stops hack-jaw at the side of your car and the side of what you're guessing his house. You must have hit your head earlier because you could have sworn you're seeing double. Sweet Moses, Ford, you done it this time. What? This has nothing to do with me. I was testing my magnet gun and I must have pulled this victim of circumstances into the house. I suppose it is entirely my fault. Incredibly sorry. And realistically, I think if realistically if someone if it wasn't my fault, I would cry. I just start crying. A tear streaks down your cheek, and before you know it, you're crying. Both men intently look uncomfortable, but Ford reaches out to give you a hesitant pat on the shoulder. I'm gonna need it. Well, it looks fine, alright? Sure, there's a dent on the hood of the shack's signage, and there's a crack in the windshield that looks like an ominous triangle, but I'm sure she still runs. Not the ominous triangle. Man, I literally just saw on TikTok, too, that someone is also making a Bill Cipher dating sim. I don't know if it's from the same creators of this game, but that would be really cool to see. You try to start up your car, it stutters, but ultimately nothing happens. You feel like crying again. Oh. Well, let's call a tow truck for this unfortunate soul here and forget. I'll take care of it. You're right, it is cheaper to tow yourself. Sixer, get that magnet gun out here again. No, Stanley, I'm going to fix this. What? You fix this mess? I figured out a few alien vessels in my time. Nah, you kidding me? This will take some sort of miracle worker to bring this baby back to life, and this miracle worker is on vacation. Stanley, a moment. God, I love Ford. Ford and Stanley turn away, and you're left with your thoughts. Who can anticipate a car accident like this in the middle of a road trip? You can take care of your car, but how are you going to get home? They run buses out here, right? You can take a bus out of here and then... clears his throat, shifting a little awkwardly in place. It seems like they finished their talk. So, there's a few options. My brother Stanley here can drive you out to town and find a place to stay for the night, or you could stay the night here. We have maps and information you can look through the gift shop, and in the morning we can help you with your car. What do you say? As you're about to answer, another high-pitched voice comes inside the house. Grunkle Stan, picture this, a whole weekend of, oh my gosh! I love Mabel. She's the best character. The girl that runs out of the house comes to a halt at the sight of your car. Oh, great. Grunkle Ford? Why is it when everyone automatically assumes it's my fault? Well, this time it is my fault, but I invited Phoenix here to stay with us for the night if he be up I forgot our pronouns were he for... I literally just got done saying I wanted to feel pretty, like handsome like a guy and already forgot. I'm sure I could fix this, I just have to figure it out. Stanley sighs. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, being on vacation is pretty boring, and the old Stanmobile hasn't needed a tune-up yet, so it wouldn't be too bad to work on something in the meantime. Thank you, Stanley. I'm sure I can put something together from my gadgets I'll have laying around. If you need any specialized tools to help you with the job, guys, I can read, I promise. And let me introduce myself. I'm Mabel, but if you ask me anything, I pretty much know everything there is about this place. Wait, hold on, I haven't even said anything. I appreciate the offer to let me stay. And to repair your car. Yeah, it's good as new on my hands. I mean, look at the Stanmobile. She's been through the ringer who knows how many times. She's still a beauty. He points to the red car parked in the distance away. You really can't see how beautiful it is from this distance, but he sounds pretty confident. Well, this event seems to turn... Should I just say suspicious? It would be really suspicious that you crash into people that just happen to know how to do shit. Free repairs, free lodging, what is this? Set up for a murder? You see the headline now. Unsuspected tourist dies mysterious death in backwater town. But at least the jury's still on these people. The cost of the repair shops anywhere else would be showing no mercy. Well, I accept. Thanks for the help. And my apologies again. What embarrassment. I must have made some kind of elementary mistake. You know, I can live with that. I love Ford. Even though I can't go for him in this route yet. I'll try again. As the pines lead you inside the house, Maple leaves her number on your phone for you to call whenever, and you find out that Ford's twin goes by Stan. This part's the house, and just outside that door is a mystery shack. Hey, you ever been to the mystery shack before? I wanted to, actually. I saw a bumper sticker when I was on the road and got interrupted by a loud triumphant ha! Those bumper stickers were a good invention, and Sixer said it was too plain and graphically simplistic, and didn't even have the address on them, Stanley. How was anyone supposed to find the place to attract customers? Sixer, did you hear that? Well, they are graphically simplistic. I don't know how he found the place, let alone thought what is the mystery shack was compelling. I kinda liked it. See? He kinda liked it. Hey, I like you, Phoenix. How about I give you a tour sometime tomorrow, regular price? Tomorrow? But I had to squeeze in all my got-to-know-you questions today. Phoenix, tell me. Cabrera, yes or no? Yes. At that moment, a boy passed in the hallway far from the doorway, and Ford called out to him. Dipper, my boy, I'm surprised that I didn't see you running out to the scene of the crime. Oh, look at him. Crime? What crime? I have an alibi. Oh, so you have someone with you? Hey, I'm not suspicious at all. Do you guys ever see that car on the side of the shack, though? For a second, I thought the Monosaurs were back with a grudge. Ah, yes, about that, Dipper. Meet Phoenix. I've stranded his car here by accident. He'll be staying here for the meantime. I'm sorry, stranded his car here? You crashed it? It wasn't my fault. It just happened. The car flew out of nowhere. That sounds like someone's like, I didn't know. I was turning left and just all of a sudden this car came out of nowhere and crashed into me. But instead we just landed into a building. Yeah, the S on the shack. Yeah, the S on the shack fell off and everything. And the windows are cracked. One window, the windshield. And Phoenix was lucky to make it out alive. He's fine. No injuries, thankfully. The magnet gun is rather safe despite it never being tested on a formal setting. Yeesh, did you, take safety precautions or anything? Actually, the irony of the situation, I was trying to install a safety precaution. Look at that. We barely made it out alive. Hey, if you two are done doing your nerd talk, I'm gonna take gonna get Phoenix set up. Maple, sweetie, why don't you go show Phoenix around? Let him stay in the storage room. That's still empty, right? I'll make it empty. The rest of the day consists of Mabel showing you the storage room that you're staying in, and then the kitchen, the living room, the hallway, the bathroom, and pretty much any comprehensive tour of the mundanes of a regular house. Eventually you find out that the families are more extended than you know. The decorated dollies made even more sense now. A grandmother normally lives here, and her grandson, Zeus. Or was it Zeus? Whatever the name was. You look forward to meeting him whenever he comes to work in the morning. When you go up to the attic, Maple opens the door to reveal Dipper, nose stuck in his book, but you catch him occasionally glancing up at you as he pretends to read. The next member of the family snorts up to you from Mabel's bed. A robust pink pig, who Mabel declares is her best friend and partner in crime, Waddles. I love Waddles. This little dude's so cute. The two are the perfect match, right down to the chubby cheeks and boopable noses. And in the evening, though you were still in disbelief over your stay at the car, the family dinner and after-dinner TV marathon you've been invited to made it seem like a normal guest staying over than rather a forced circumstance. Yeah, Waddles! It is Waddles! Too bad Waddles didn't get drawn in this, which I'm a little sad. Also, hi Tucker, how are you? Returning to the storage room Mabel has shown you earlier, you find an air mattress waiting for you, and more pillows and sheets than a summer night warrants. You never know when you're gonna get cold, right? I love sleeping with a lot of things. I literally sleep with my plushie every night. You can guess which one. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm gonna take a lot of sips. You wake up to a weak glare, the sunlight beaming through the small, high window of the wall. You can't remember your room having this kind of feature, or any hotel, or motel for that matter, and then yesterday comes crashing back to you. You glance at the time to see that you slept into the afternoon, experiencing the accident yesterday much left you tired out. Despite having been reassured yesterday evening that you were free with anything in the fridge, you still feel like you're imposing on the Fines family and try preparing a polite as guest meal as you can. You wash your dishes in the sink, and before leaving, you're just about to exit the kitchen. You bump into Ford. I want to go after Ford again, but I can't. I need to go after Stanley this time. Don't worry. When I play this game on my off time, I do go after Ford constantly. Excuse me. Oh, yes, from yesterday, of course. For a solemn moment, Ford regards you in awkward silence. Ford clears his throat. I believe Stanley is taking a look at your card outside if you want to go for there. You give a nod and make a leave for real this time when Ford speaks up again. And Phoenix, I'm sorry again for the accident. If I had been smarter about, well, let's just say it's entirely my fault, and you shouldn't worry about this at all. When it comes down to it, Stanley has a knack for cars. I predict you'll be back on the road in a matter of weeks. Weeks? You can't seem to dismay off your face, and you can't really bring yourself to try to either. What am I going to do for weeks? Ford, who had gotten kind of uncomfortable and closed off when your face fell, recovers by the prospects of a question you can answer. Well, there's a town to tour, of course, and the mystery shack. But if you ask me, all the as pals in comparison to... Hold on, did you hear that? Ford turns to the kitchen doorway to investigate. Sounds like... The sound comes again, and this time you can hear it as well, the squealing of a peg, followed by a pair of quick footsteps running down the stairs. Waddle tumbles past the open kitchen door, and Mabel comes into view soon after, a few sheets of paper clung in hand. Ford steps quickly out of the kitchen. You fall into the doorway, getting there just in time to see the apparent tug-of-war between Mabel and her pig over a saliva piece of paper. The paper rips, and after nearly toppling backwards from her own efforts, Mabel recovers, snatching the scrap of ripped paper from Waddles' jaw and lifting both pieces up victoriously. Aha! Mabel wins again! And now to find Grunkle Ford! Ford, who run forward to lend a hand to this steady, energetic child when she had been in danger of toppling over, now finds a number of crumpled papers shoved in his hands. Mabel tugs urgently at his coat. Grunkle Ford, you have to help me! Ford kneels down to face Mabel with a serious, though concerned look. Slow down, Mabel. What's the matter? Dipper found a sack of pages from your old journals, and I walked in, and Waddles ran up and started eating one of them, and he must have chewed it to warn me, Grunkle Ford, 'cause look! Mabel takes the ripped half of the paper back to Grunkle Ford's hands and joins them together, holding up to see for Ford to see. Oh, I see. And you took it as a warning? Yes, and it says here they eat small dogs, and Walls is a small pig. And he sort of looks like a dog from far away, and Walls must fear for his life. Walls seems to second this notion with a snort, or not, as it seems the pig is lounging adorably in a short distance away from the hallway. You can't imagine what this dangerous predator could be. Some kind of wolf? Something bigger? You're suddenly not so keen on staying anymore. Remember the pterodactyl I told you about? Waddles was so scared that time. I can't let him leave my side. Pterodactyl? I suppose pigs are allowed in museums around here. How about I finish that repellent I never got around to completing? That'll keep Waddles safe from harm. Mabel flops down the floor in relief. Uncle Ford, you're an actual lifesaver. Waddles has nothing to fear. Ford chuckles, lifting himself out of the celt and standing back up. Alright, I'll go get my recipe. Ford turns to leave when you suddenly remember there's nothing better to do for weeks and you're going to be here, so it wouldn't hurt to get to know Ford. He seems to know that there's to do around town anyway. You need to not die from boredom in the first week. Or more pressingly, you gotta go check your car to see what Santa's made of it so far. You're not exactly eager to face seeing your car inside the house again, though. As much as I want to. I guess we'll go check on the car. Bye, Ford. I'm sad. As Ford leaves, Mabel rolls away with her pig towards the living room, and you head out to the house to search for Stan. The mystery shack could only have been 4 main sides, but you feel as if you made your rounds past 5 of them before realizing that you're absolute wreck of a car. You swear it looks even worse than it did when you crashed it. Stan stands before it, hands on his hips as he looks over the wooden S that made its indent on the car's hood. How bad is it? Can't tell you yet. Not until there's letters off the hood. That S will never did like that to stay in place. Mystery hack, huh? Look, if you're gonna insult me... Oh, you're just reading the sign. I'll fix that later, right? Just avert your eyes and look at it. Well, we're trying to get into dating, right? We're gonna offer to help, alright? Guess we should fix it as soon as possible then. Sounds good to me. Give me a hand here, would you? Stan directs you to help him push the wooden S off the car. It stalls a little on its own dent, but with another firm shove, it meets the ground. Stan gives another push with a grunt, and it tips, falling completely to the ground with a whoop. Now that it's free from its burden, Stan lifts up the dented hood of your car and takes a look inside. He hums and rubs his hand over his chin in thought, walking over to his toolbox and grabbing a tool before walking back, still assessing the damage. Well, this one's gonna take a while. You got parts that need replacing, not to mention she's not gonna look so hot after this. Not unless Ford's got text scrolled out somewhere that could smooth out these dents. The more he tells you about the situation, the more it all sinks in. You really are stuck here. Stan spots your worried frown. Hey, Phoenix, right? Look, I know how this sounds, but with me on the job, you'll be all set and back on the road in no time. You think so? Kid, I know so. I even got a plan to get those replacement parts of yours. Might not be able to clean up like all those scuff marks when after I'm done, but she'll run. And hey, so maybe you gotta stay a couple days. So what? There are worse places to get stranded, believe me. In fact, I even say that the Mystery Shack is the best place to get stranded. We got all sorts of stuff for people just passing through. Merchandise, magic, mystery, and any other M words, mayhem. You get the idea. Stan tosses the tool in his hand back in the toolbox, exchanging it for another. We're drinking. I just did a Wattpad book club reading too, so my voice is a little strained from reading. I'm so sorry. He works for it a little longer in silence. Mechanic clanks and the occasional heavy breathing, all that mixes in with the sounds of the outdoors. You stand by, awkward, uncomfortable, and a little useless. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, I did say useless. Okay, I thought I was just being hard on myself, but nope, that's what's written. Can I help with anything? You know anything about cars? No. Stan strains, cracks his back, and sets down the tool before leaning casually against the nearly load-bearing surface. He wipes his forehead, lets his hand fall to his waist, and gives you an assessing look. How about collages, tall tales, improv? Yeah, I think I can handle that, but what does that have to do with this? You gesture to your stranded car, held in limbo between life and death, but nothing other than the Stan finds car. Oh fuck! What did that say? Expertise and little luck. I'm so smart. I can read, guys. Nothing. I was planning on having you help me help Seuss around the shack. A favor for a favor. What do you say? Well, I was more interested in helping Ford with his pest problem. You accept? That is a lie. I would love to help Ford catch Mothman. All right, follow me. You follow Sam back into the mystery shack, passing by the showroom and getting a glimpse of the energetic figure leading a flock of tourists through a veritable sea of obvious fabricated oddities. You hear the words, "And this is the 19th wonder of the world," right in the mystery shack. It's what makes this place world famous, dudes. Sam notices your pace slowing as you listen and toss an exclamation back for you. That's Zeus. Operating hours. He's the mystery shack's one and only Mr. Mystery. I told him he didn't have to keep the shack running while he's on vacation, but the kid's got a passion for the role. You interested in this kind of stuff? I was thinking about going on a tour. It feels weird now that you're staying in a tourist trap, though, and you're kind of going to poke fun at the exhibits. Hard to do when you live around your tour guide. I guess that is kind of true. It's fine, really. No, I think I'm gonna give you a tour of the place. You'll get one of the founder himself. You ever hear about my plugs on the radio? You weren't really paying attention to the radio during the drive, just taking in the Oregon scenery. See the signpost pointing to this place over a mile down the road? Again, you were pretty preoccupied with the Oregon scenery, but I guess you have to see some signs with the question marks on it. It's still vague advertising. Oh my god, Jolene and Elf are here? You guys can make fun of me for going after this guy instead. Yeah, just seeing that works. Bumper stickers, huh? Still got one on board. Anyway, follow me, folks. Well, folk, get ready to be amazed. Stan starts leaning you back the way you came. You trail behind them, a little skeptical, but definitely curious. Didn't you say the founder would lead this tour? Is Zeus the founder? Stan laughs. No, I'm the founder. Built this place from the ground up. Well, metaphorically speaking, I mean the house was here and the junk was here, so I'm the one who spun this place to the wondrous house of mystery junk. Sadly, shut up, Elf. It's not that bad. I'll get used to it. You'll get used to it, it's fine. Hey, you have Tucker here to, like, suffer with you guys. Stan gestures to his arms like he's smoothing out a rainbow. You're not very impressed. Prepare to be amazed. You're still not very impressed, but his injury gets you hoping that you'll be amused anyway. There's a horror group in the showground right now, so I'll take you a different cycle that completely misses them. We'll start off with a gift shop. Oh, fuck yeah! Gift shop! Don't you end the things here? My system rejects simping and you know it. Yeah, I know. You enter the gift shop, a simple room crowded top to bottom with standard tourist scene. Souvenirs and merchandise. You see t-shirts with question marks, mugs with question marks, and yeah, pretty much everything that has a question mark. In one corner of the room stands a lump attempt of a statue labeled the founder, recognizing it as Stan only by the nose and the glasses. This room only usually comes after I butter up the customers into buying things, but since you're staying a while, I'll have plenty of time to sell you stuff later. Oh, that's so nice. Take a look around. If you see an impulsive buy, make it. Nothing like trusting your instincts. Alright. I gotta look at everything. I guess we'll go like this. Alright. Yeah, kinda... Yeah, I should ask Maple to carve it. I gotta admit that every version of me is kind of a charming smile, though. Alright. What is an Aztec calendar? I absolutely know how to read this thing. You should buy it. What is that? Thought we sold this years ago. Ha, nah, I forgot to put the price on it. Just a dollar sign on it. Sam makes a dark marker and squeezes it as $9.99. Then he goes back and makes it $29.99. That jar's got a lot of eyeballs. I guess you're right. Just because you're staying over does not mean you get to sneak over here for a popsicle. I get to do that because I'm used to own this place and get founder benefits. I also get founder dibs on the pineapple popsicles. I'm still liking blue raspberry. What's the t-shirts? Who doesn't like a good souvenir t-shirt? They're great for layering. And they got the characterized mystery shack question mark on them. What makes a mystery shack question mark instead of just a regular question mark? You're asking too many questions. Or do you? He says the last part with an exaggerated tone that portrays it as a sales pitch. This guy has no subtlety. What's the pyramid of monks? You can't exactly take it out, that stack. I glued them together like that. Secret business trick. And you're telling me because no one will ever believe you. And they'll try it, and the whole stack will fall on the ground. You know it's the you break it, you buy it sign of the wall. That is a good... I would do that. Don't worry, Phoenix, I got you. What is this? Oh! Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna pull this shit back up. Alright. Give me the pine tree hat, please. Dever used to wear these. Seuss tells me that they sold like hotcakes. That's before toss his journals into the bottomless pit. Funny, those events have no correlation. Journals, bottomless pit? We'll have a chance to swing by the bottomless pit later. It's a prime spot for every tour because the troublemakers always accidentally trip in and I get to lead the tour without them for 20 minutes. Just kidding. Should have seen the look on your face. No, I don't believe you. I think you would. He's always been the hardest worker in the place. It's only natural that I handed it over to him. Alright, I guess that's it. Done looking. You sure? Well, I hit the tourist group heading this way to the showground anyway. Alright. What is this? Now, most tourists don't appreciate nature's artistic genius. By which I mean my artistic genius, because I remember you're gonna help me out today. You don't think a money-making wonder like... What does that say? Sasquatch? By making a boring 9-to-5 job. You think it up when you wonder, why hasn't anyone found the Sasquatch? Could it be that the name is just mispronounced this whole time? But anyway, just let me know when you soaked up enough inspiration of this room because you're gonna need to use it right after. There's nothing in this room. Am I crazy? There's nothing here! Alright, come on, you're gonna see what makes this place a mystery shack instead of just a shack. We're gonna make another attraction for the showroom. Oh shit, I gotta make things? I'm not creative. You guys are gonna have to... You don't see the vision for you. I'm sorry. Follow Stan through the living room to the kitchen where stuffing and animal parts are sewn throughout the surface to your left. Stan pulls out a thick needle and souping of thread, and as an afterthought adds a couple nails and hammers to the pile. It seems a little unsanitary to do this right across from the fridge as a potential look of almost gruesomeness as if you're so oddly cartoonish. Yeah, this scamming vision, I can't... I'm trying. He steps up to his workplace and pulls out some googly eyes that have been glued over lifeless, glassy ones. Typical of taxidermy, Mabel's contribution to the craft project remains firmly intact. Huh. This is what I get for letting Mabel bring her stash of scrapbooking supplies. This is one more thing to add to the backstory. Backstory? What? You don't think that tourists are dumb enough to believe the thing that you're selling them until you tell them that it's just like that, do you? Because if you do, you're gonna have to set to do business in Gravity Falls. Anywhere else, though, customers take a lot more work. See, every good piece comes with some kind of story. Or if you're Poindexter, some kind of lore. Lore! It's like what are we, fucking Matt Pat? We hear lore and we all perk our heads up. Horror movies work pretty well because it's just enough suggestion people can always find ways to spook themselves. Also, you're gonna go get a shirt, BRB? Do you mean like you're gonna like put a shirt on, or are you gonna go buy a t-shirt? Done it for years, kind of an art. Stan appears nonchalant, but you see his quiet pride with himself. Sounds easy or sounds hard? Sounds easy? Sam Murray looks amused. Oh yeah? I'd like to see you take a shot at it after we get this thing together. You said you've done this for years. Always had a knack, even if I was a kid. Sure, it was a little learning curve involved, but I had a few upset customers over the years. And he pauses seemingly to reminisce, and then the mixed smile grimace on his face tells you he probably has many, many unhappy customers. But mostly I've been running a great business on telling lies. I mean stories. You're learning from the true master, kid. Man, I can't wait to scam people. Maybe Elf was right about this. Why don't you run this place anymore? You look like you're still part of this place. What was the original vision of the shack? Let's get to the masterpiece already. Put on a shirt. Oh, you took a shower for joining stream? Okay. It's like, I thought you meant like, because right before you said like, it's the scamming vision. I thought you were like, if you excuse me, now I'm going to go buy a $40 t-shirt. You work like you're still part of this place. Yeah, this one. Sangriz melts into something more softer, like a little more bittersweet. My brother wanted to drag me off at a trip with him. Couldn't say no, but I couldn't just close the place, so I left it all to Seuss. We practically grew up in this place, you know? Definitely couldn't have been trusted to Wendy. She usually is the cashier around here in the summer. She's having to explain all this to you. I'll keep thinking you already know all this. Oh yeah, I've seen this show. What about this one? You can take the man out of the mystery shack, but you can't take the mystery shack out of the man. Especially me, which is why I'm back on working even though I don't have to. 30 years of the same routine will do that to you. What was do you have a vision? Make money, what else? What other vision do you need? But over the years, sure, I used the Mystery Shack line for advertising. Who isn't curious? Who doesn't want to be amazed? Kids are the most skeptical of the bunch, though I'll tell you, once they hit me about 8 or 9 times, they were trying to prove it all fake. Then they get older and realize that there's nothing good left in the world unless you pretend there is, and everyone pretends along with you because they're all desperate. That sounds so sad, like there's no happiness. Then turns his attention back to the workplace, and you notice once more the daunting section of items just laying upon the table. Not the number, but the variety makes you unsure of how you're going to craft something out of this. Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do with this stuff. Surprise me. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, we're going to save. Hold on. Stanley walks off to the side. He gets it to do work of his own. You got he's not going to be watching you through the whole process, though. Oh, God. I don't want to fuck this up, guys. Sorry, I was playing. I guess I'll just... Yep, start overwriting shit. Okay, piece together as many matching parts as you find. Piece together as many disc parts as you find. Keep things nice, matched and mismatched. I've seen the show. He'll glue anything together. I'm gonna do as many dismatched parts as possible. How do you keep them? Hammers, nails, obviously. Use a stapler that's faster. Use some hand stitching and really tie this all together. I am good at sewing. I'll do this one. Okay, now for the base to work off of. What's next? Okay, now you have a base to work off of. Add some sculpting details. Color in some of the fur to accent the googly eyes. Just call it a day. I'm gonna call it a day. Hopefully that's good enough. Hey Stan, I'm finished. Good enough. Oh, that's it? Can you say something positive? Then picks up your disturbing creation gingerly. So, what's the story here? Give it to me. How do you approach this? Make it more fact than fiction. Fiction more than... I'm gonna have fun with it. This is a fish curry. It's a fish squirrel chicken. Sin nods appraisingly? Sounds like you got the hang of this. Alright, this thing's about to close. This thing's about to close. The show's ready if you get it. Wait. Here's a second. Oh, wait here a second. I can't fucking read, guys. Then carries the masterpiece out to the room. After a few moments, you hear his footsteps returning as he comes back to the room with 2 cans of Pit Cola. Stan sets one down. Stan sets one down on the dining table. Come on, guys. I can do this. It's condensation. It's condensation. You'd think since we're doing the Stanley route that I wouldn't have to read such big words. But I do. You come in with 2 cans of condensation starts slowly dripping onto the table's surface. He waves for you to join him. You slide into the seat across from him. Nothing like a cold one to finish up the day. Cheers. I love how they say a cold one. Like, I'm thinking beer. He's thinking of soda. It's amazing. He picks up his can, gesturing towards you with it, and he leans leisurely back into his chair, and you watch as he takes a sip. Also, I love it. I was just thinking, like, well, maybe they had the pit thing, so like, so they're not like showing like alcohol in this and whatnot. But I was like, literally, they had a bar scene in Gravity Falls, but it was like a Maple Leaf one for like gnomes, and also like there's guns in this. There's straight up guns, so I don't know why alcohol is a problem. It's a nice looking sip, and now you're staring. You look over at your own can and pop it open. So, got any questions for me? Talking tends to ease me into a new place, so might be the same for you. About Ford, about the exhibits, about him, no more questions. I'm gonna ask about Ford, because it's my only escape. Is Ford usually like that? You mean trying to fix things that ain't broken and end up making trouble? Nah, he's a good trend of growing up. You were the troublemaker, I can tell. Stan laughs. You have no idea. Alright, what about the exhibits? Tell me about your vision. The showroom's ready, but seemed full was the last saw it earlier. What? Fuck, god damn, I can't read. The showroom already seemed full when I saw it earlier. What makes more? Oh, why make more? Tourists love variety. Putting up a sign advertising new attraction, they come pouring through the doors. When I started this place, I didn't think I'd, like making these. Used to be another thing to make money. Now I'm stuck with it. Guess 30-something years of the routine will do that to a man. It sounds gruffy as the fun groanus. Sixer says keeping familiar habit helps too, so I'll keep at it. You think I can sell some of these as art pieces? Yes. I could play them as... I can play them up to buyers and sell them for even more ridiculous prices than I usually would. I'd buy one. I'm holding you to that. You're not the... murder and hiding evidence. Yeah, that's cool. Alcohol? Now that's a no-go. Disney problem. Dude, Stanley commits a lot of crimes on screen. Bro committed, the second episode had him, showing, an old family bonding thing where he made Maple and Dipper, make fake money and, painting paper to make it look like hundreds. But that's okay, but alcohol. What about you? So, tell me about yourself. Stan laughs nervously. What is this, a first date? Well, I'm Pines, Stan Pines. Imaginary town darling used to be, what does that say? Prospector of the Mystery Shack? He pauses and stays paused. You give him an unexpected look like he wants to continue as he clears his throat, nervous. What, were you serious? I don't, get this often. The longest I get people to listen to me is when I'm selling something, or even it's dumb luck. Last time someone's listened to me, they tried to eat me. Can you believe that? I barely got a bunch of... I got that much meat left on. Oh yeah, the spider guy. Yeah, I forgot about that. And keep going. You can't just end it there. Sing is an uncertain smile. It seems like which becomes a full grin. He laughs. All right, I'll tell you. You see, there's this unresistible thing called revenge. Oh, prospector. God damn it. Stan tells you the tales of the road trip, a mountain full of mummies and a woman who's secretly a spider. You don't believe a word of this, but you find yourself enjoying it anyways. Stan knows how he holds an audience in decent suspense, so he seems to lighten up whenever you laugh at the right parts, grinning along with you. Before today, you've never heard of Mr. Mystery before, and now you feel like you're really seeing something special here, one-on-one with the man himself. Oh, fuck yeah, we asked about the past, we gotta get into the trauma. Proterior? I can't read. You're really interested in me, huh? Or do you ask everyone these kind of questions? I'm mainly interested in you. I'm mainly interested in everyone. We can be sly with it, guys. There's always a backspace if we fuck up. Ever heard of smuggling pugs? No. Exactly. That's because no one in the business is good at keeping secrets. Real good. Oh, it's good. God damn it. So why am I telling you now? I'm out of the business. I don't care. This absolutely isn't so as if the authorities question you and you can give them false information that leads them off my tail. Right. Stan loads you up with false information that may or may not contain kernels of truth within them. It's surprisingly hard to tell whether the craziest parts are embezzlement or the real deal. Stan tips his head towards his final sip of pit and sets his empty can down in the air in fatality. God damn it. God damn it. I can't read. Well, Phoenix, you did good for your first try. If you feel like helping me around again sometime, return the favor of the car, let me know. You know, and Stan gets up to leave and you remember something. Wait, I saw you a price for admission, right? For the tour earlier? Nah, don't worry about it. Give me something to hold over your head if I need it. He says that and leaves, but even from the little bit you've seen of him, you feel like Stan's not the type to really hold it over you. At least, not for anything serious. The tourist traps might not even... Fuck! The tourist trap might have more to offer than you thought. Oh, we didn't do good, guys. I think it's that taxidermy thing. I was supposed to get like an HD version. According to the thing. We're reloading. Hold on, I'm at least gonna like save real quick. And then history load. I need to see if I can do this, alright? I'm gonna say... That's like the fourth thing. I gotta make sure I press all the right things for the whole thing to happen. Okay, I'm gonna use stapler. Call it a. I can't tell if it's as good. God damn it. Well, I'm assuming. Okay. I didn't see this. If I had to read English and text for 3 hours, my brain would also become mush. Ah, fuck, go back. No, it's supposed to get an HD! What am I doing wrong? I thought I answered everything right! Someone can... Elf, you do it. Look up a guide for this game to see if you can... I'm supposed to get an HD version. Don't patronize me, Mabel. Suggestion, paint the... Okay, we'll do that. Okay, reload. Okay, this, stapler, and then paint the fur. He just says it's good enough. Should I just... What if I have to do this? Wait, this is new? Wait, a full button, just, hold on, go back. Oh, I guess I can't go. Won't take it, but I'll take it. Just so you know, there's nothing compared to what's actually in the ocean. Saying grimaces. Whole bunch of sad retrospection. Alright, this thing's about to close, so let's get, okay. Wait here a second. What's this going on? I crossed the sea from it, not that good old... Can I get the HD now? The Google eyes. Skip. Skip. No? God damn it! What am I doing wrong? Oh, hi, Wonder the Random. How are you doing? I'm trying to load this back up. I need to do this right. I need this. Okay. This. Go back, hold on. What if we use hammer and nails? Let me see if I that one. And then do this. He just says it's good enough. Elf, you better load up the fucking guide. Just for this one. More. Fuck, I think I fucked it up. Damn it. Just to double check, I guess. Okay, don't say no to that. Say yes to this. Man, this is really going to get my social history. Hold on. I want to get the HD version. God damn it. We're not good at this. Does anyone know the answer? What am I supposed to... Oh, fuck. Oh, I just fucked up this entire thing. Well, I loaded the wrong one. I pressed save. Wait, guys, I could fix this. Guys, I can fix this. Hold on. Fuck. I didn't realize it said save. Just... Hold on. We're gonna quit the game real quick. Hold on. We're gonna start over. It's fine. Since they have the skip button, we can just spam it until we got everything we need. It's fine. Let me open up fucking File Explorer. Look at Baby Stolas for a second while I recuperate. Okay, start. Skip, thank you. We'll be back there in a jiffy. Alright? Alright. Pronouns. He, him, skip, cry, sure, check on the car, skip, offer to help him, skip. I gotta do all these fucking options. God damn it. Oh shit. This one. This one. I accidentally pressed save over my fucking thing, so I have to redo this, so I'm just fucking... Wait, does it tell you or no? Next one says it's easy. Okay. Okay. Okay, skip. Okay, sounds easy. Take a shot, you do it for years. Okay, skip. I think I asked him all these questions, I think. Because that's what I did for 4, I just asked him all the shit. Original for Mystery Shack. Aha! Okay. Okay, Elf, tell me. What am I supposed to do? Because if I'm trying to remember the show, and I remember him doing, like, many different pieces, staples, and, like, having no detail. I was like, oh, if we could just copy his style, then we'll get it easy. While you search that, I'm gonna take a sip and drink and eat some... Take a sip and drink some coffee. I don't have coffee, I have water. I have a thing of chocolate right though. I got this Lindt dark chocolate with the orange. Use hand stitching? Okay, so... But, which one of these? Is it the pieces together? Like, dispartment? Okay, I know it, but that's the second part, Elf. I'm assuming, like, This. Hand stitching. I told you piece together spends. I didn't see that, okay? Alright, and then, is it the googly eyes? What do you mean? I told you put the pieces, but yeah, okay, I did that. Use hand stitching, got it. Sculpted, okay! Stop being mean to me. Alright, oh wait, this is different dialogue! Finally! Dear Phoenix, absolutely probably decided to target you. God damn it. Is it like the SCP thing? Am I gonna be taken away to a thing? I just want to play a dating sim. Hey, not bad, Phoenix. Not bad at all. Stan lifts your anomalous animal aloft, trying full of... That's a lot of words. So what's the story here? Give it to me. How do you approach this? Well, I was gonna say have fun with it, but I don't know if this is wrong. This is where we save the game. I would say I would just have fun with it. Okay. Look at that. I guessed it before Elf told me. Sounds like you got a hang for this. Alright, this thing's close to the woods than yet. Wait here a second. Okay, this is all looking the same. Here's the footsteps coming into the room. 2 cans of Pit Cola. Good cheers. So you start to stare. You look when you pop it open. You got any questions for me? I don't need to know all this, right? Is this a yes? Or assume it's a rhetorical question? Now we just some mega-demic stories. I am... Also, what are you doing playing a dating sim? Stanley's pushing 70. Well, I dated Ford, alright? He was my first choice. I'm like, well, I have the game. Might as well do the other route, you know? You can pick your favorites and then go for the second, like the second slaps, you know? Next stream I do, Bill Cipher, dating sim. I want to say it's yes, because he was happy with it. I'm going to say just his Elf comments, and he's like, actually, you want to say rhetorical question? I'll buy one. I'm holding you to that. Alright. Anything about you? Oh god, what do I say to this one? Is it no? What? Wait! Wait! Where's the HD? This is bullshit! Reload this shit! Yeah, reload here. Okay, I mean, Elf said to have fun with it. I mean, I did all this shit. Wait, is this it? Oh god. Yes? Save right here, just in case. I'm gonna go with the rhetorical question. Elf, what are we doing wrong? There should be an HD thing here. I have no idea that. Oh god. Hold on. Everyone listen to the music real quick. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Swooning over stands. Stan root. There's a Tumblr? Oh, this is the fucking... Oops. Overdome sounds... Dictated the best options to take for the Stan root. Any dial options left off don't affect the score at all. Sounds easy. How do you approach those pieces together? Use hand stitching, sculpted, easy. Okay, that's it? I thought there's supposed to be an HD version. Am I crazy? Okay. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm gonna keep this open just in case I get stuck. What is this? Elf, what are you sharing with me?
Hey guys.
Send me someone else's YouTube video. Does he not have it? Okay. Hold on. No, you're gonna make me watch. This is the one I use for the answers. Okay, so there was no HD? Okay. We don't have to worry about it then. I'll forget about it. I guess. Alright. I will. Okay, as long as okay, look at that, guys! We did it! Alright. Make money. Grunkle is to your business who is obsessed with money. He runs a mystery shack, a tourist trap filled with fake as... I love him. Alright. Oh, is this the pancake one? I don't think the pancake one kind of does anything. Go out for breakfast. But I want my perfect recipe. Dipper, can you cook? For a more special day with Phoenix, step on the ladder. I think we're due then. Oh, there we go. What do I get? Realistically, I'm getting scrambled eggs and bacon. Owning the schemes. I'm gonna get... I think this changes because I think when we did this thing and we were going like more towards 4, he was blushing, so maybe Stanley will do some shit. Oh wait! Go back. We're going back, hold on. Is it for me actually? Lacey Susan turns to you with notepad. What can I get you? Cause I forgot I could do the Jennifer Coolidge voice. Coming right up, sweetie. Lacey Susan winks with a good eye, of course, and heads back to the diner. The wait for your food feels like it's longer than it's supposed to, mainly due to Maple and Dipper using this time to interrogate you. At first, it's somehow intimidating. You literally crash into their house and start hanging out with their great uncles, so they have a lot of questions. Once the internal fear of two 13-year-olds faded down, you realize their interview was what it was really. They care about their grunkles. If you do start hanging out with them more, they want to make sure know as much about you as possible. Mabel's questions are somehow nonsensical. So if you were stranded on a desert island with no boat, no cheating, what would you do? What would you take with you? While Dipper was more careful and calculated. What were you doing before you came here? School, work, both, neither? Did you know about Gravity Falls before you crashed into the shack? You immediately know which grunkle each twin takes after. Stan and Mabel, goofy partners in crime, versus the quiet brainiacs, Ford and Dipper, is intriguingly contrast, especially now that you've been thrown into the middle of the bunch. The pigeons are conspiring, but the squirrels are taking the secret code to find the acorn. What? Okay, goodbye. Why do I get weird fucking people around here? As the twins race to see which maple syrup drips into their mouths the fastest, Dipper's blueberry syrup beating Maple's classic mayo by half a millisecond, you swear on it. You know that these kids are a lot more than the great uncles, than just their cute counterparts. And there you go. Enjoy, kiddos. Let me know if you need anything else. Lazy student gets out of a respectful place and the kids go quiet, shoveling down their food like they've never been fed before. Between mouthfuls, you get a few more questions about yourself and your theories about aliens versus which member of the Cinecrins was your favorite, but the table's nearly quiet as the three of you eat. That's until Maple speaks up with mouthfuls of pancake. So Phoenix, if in totally made up and not real situation, if you had to pick which one it was, who would you pick? Grunkle Stan or Grunkle Ford? Ford. Oh, sorry, and this time I'm supposed to say Stanley. Oops. These seems too plain in comparison to her cutesiest questions. Dipper elbows her sister, not so subtly, and she elbows him right back, wide-eyed, staring at him in a sibling-linked look that you couldn't decipher. Decipher? Like Bill Cipher? I'm sorry. Like, say you're in a movie. Like one of those weird movies your Uncle Stan puts on the TV with ladies in the poofy dresses riding horses. Not specific, but you let her continue, taking another bite of your food. You're the main character of this movie, and you got two guys who are both madly in love with you. This doesn't mess around with getting this right to the point, huh? But you can only marry one of them, so you can be next in line for the throne. What do? If Grunkle Stan or Grunkle Ford were your choices, what would you go with? Mabel, this is kind of weird, isn't it? Like, really weird and kind of gross. Come on, Dipper, it's super important. It's vital for my research. What research? Not your business. But I'm still gathering other research. What is this stream? It's us dating Stanley. Maple leans towards Dipper's ear to whisper, waggling her brow at you before she replies, and not a whisper, and more quite the opposite. Research on how you're a huge nerd. And with that, Maple catapults a handful of melted butter on top of her pancake from on top of her pancake and onto Dipper's cheek with a very satisfying splat. Dipper jerks in disgust, but retaliates by smearing the strawberry syrup onto Maple's nose. A drop of stickiness plopped onto her sweater. You gross! You're gross. There are two vitriol between the twins, but lots of giggling and a few more various food missiles. Eventually, syrup streaks Maple's cheekbone and some of her hair, and Maple has a small amount of pancake stuck to his face. Oh, okay. Okay, bye, Project. You guys are dorks. Maybe you're right, but we're twins, and that's adorable. If you say so, Mabel. Wait, quick, Phoenix, take a picture of us while Dipper's got pancakes on his face. I have what? He quickly swipes his face after a few passes and gets off. I was trying to get more candid pictures of us. Mabel, you have syrup everywhere. Really? Oh, then it would have been a perfect photo. Here, let me get it. Your hands are sticky enough. You gotta get the hands in. I think if you get syrup in your hair, you just gotta go take a shower at that point. But she says she's had long ass hair. You need a shower. You get back up with napkins in hand and try to wipe some of the syrup off of Maple's cheek. The excess syrup wiping off easily, but a good portion doesn't budge. I mean, syrup as makeup as it. I mean, maybe syrup as makeup is a new good look. That's one for it, kid. It's him and the other guy. I wonder where you guys went once we got back and it was suspiciously quiet home. If it weren't for Dipper's note, we would have been worried. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sister would have been worried. I tried to tell him that you guys kids pull all this stuff all the time. And now it's pulling stress on your old grunkle's heart. He puts his hand over his heart dramatically. All those missing hours of unpaid child labor. Actually, the note wasn't me. Well, I wrote it, but Phoenix was the one who said we should probably let you guys know where we went. Well, Ford and Stan turned at you surprised. Really? Figures out these two knuckleheads dragged you here. Why not make breakfast at home? This place has at least a 15-minute walk from the shack. Well, you glance at Dipper, wiping his finger across Maple's cheek and licking the blueberry syrup off. Maple has a pancake in her mouth, showing it like she's a grazing sheep. I want to treat them for something, I guess. It's the least I can do. You're letting me stay with you and fixing my car. I thought since while you're gone, I'd take these two out for a change. Also, Maple was gonna make maple cakes again. You're just mad you can't even make toast right. Yes, I can. I burnt it one time. This is like that one time I burnt bacon and the whole house smelled like burnt bacon. And I couldn't get it out of the house, so I opened up windows and fans and shit. True story. Dipper holds his syrup tip finger in the air. Fuck, I can do this. Indignant? I don't know. Oh, Mabel wanted you guys to enjoy our maple cakes too, but since there wasn't enough food, I figured I'd just take them out. Ford asked Mabel about her creation, wondering how much extra caffeine one could gain from adding instant coffee to the concoction. While Stan stays silent, you catch him out of the corner of his eye. He's staring at you, a lopsided smile tugging at the corner of his mouth. Thanks, Phoenix. Appreciate it. Aw, this is cute. God damn, maybe I am becoming a simp for both of them. We'll add them to the tier list at some point. Oh, no problem at all. You smile warmly at Stan despite the heat spraying across your cheeks, and he's rubbing the back of his neck, looking back down at his feet. Mabel throws a theoretical wink your way, and you're not sure why. Well, kid, if you're paying, scoot over, Dipper. I want breakfast too. Stanley, it's at least 12:30 now. Uncle Ford, that just means it's brunch, duh. See? This kid gets me. Now let me in so I can get some grub. Dipper moves to your side of the booth as Stan sits next to Maple and Ford sits next to Dipper's side. Lazy Susan comes back and takes the orders of another round of food and drinks for everyone, including Mabel, who decides she wants more pancakes. Oh god, not more people to the tier list. Well, I need to add Edgeworth, actually. We can add Phoenix, right? We can add Gumshoe to it. There's a lot more characters we can add now. We gotta do a part 2 of, like, people that Phoenix simps for. You're starting to regret offering to pay, but as Stan and Mabel try their hands at the syrup-dripping race, with Dipper cheering them on, Ford watches with a wide grin on his face. You know you really don't mind that much. Yeah, this is a filler episode. Over the few days, you continue to help out around the mystery shack. Not out of obligation, but because you have nothing better to do. Besides Seuss, practically the golden retriever of everyone, is really digging in the input of the current installations from the outsider's perspective. Bless his soul, the guy even offered you a job if you end up stranded here forever, dude. And make a life for yourself. Stan nearly choked on his popsicle when he overheard it. Thinking about it now, the relationship between Seuss and Stan is unexpected, if not a little odd, but it makes you smile no matter how many times Stan may roll his eyes as he does it. He always will help Seuss to get something done just right. Trapped and dressed, you go outside as per usual. You don't see anyone. After a few minutes of searching, you find Stan standing with his back to you with one of the exhibits, admiring the weird and wonderful animal abominations he's collected for his tourist trap. Hand on chin with thought. Am I interrupting something important between you and the goose turkey? Stan turns to the sound of your voice, smiling. No, you need something? You have any plans tonight? He mulls your question over for a few minutes, giving you an assessing look up and down. I got a couple errands to run. You want to tag along? Fuck yeah. Actually, I was gonna go see what Ford was up to. Nah. Oh god, this is an enemy celebrity. Sure, sounds like fun, only thing your partner in crime. Depends on what kind of errands you have in mind. I'm just gonna say, sure, this sounds fun. Alright, I'm heading out in a couple hours. Meet you out front. A couple hours, but no buts, Phoenix. Can't just rush this stuff, trust me. Okay, sure, not ominous at all, Stan. Yeah, meet me outside front if you think you can handle it. I'm pretty sure I can handle it. He turns to go, but stops for a second and turns back. Oh, and we're black. Something that you don't mind getting dirty. Oh god, what is this, Phoenix? This is the project where it combined over 30 stories of projects that made an old mega project. Our founder, RLW, was taking an interest in you. Reason, she is streaming and I thought it would be funny. We were offered to make a story about you and we'll pay 6 pennies in a Christmas scoop. Success, YN. You didn't even replace my name. You just said YN. Luckily, I read enough fan fiction to know that stands for your name. I don't know if you're gonna give me 6 cents. That would be funny though. That'd be the lowest amount of money anyone's ever given me is 6 cents. Also, when you said make a story about me, do you mean a Wattpad story or what? Because I'm I'm literally making a fan fiction right now with me and Vox, so everything's on the table. But you asked why he's gone to the depths of the shack. I don't know, fuck it, yeah, why not? What kind of story is it? Like, what kind of, is it like a mystery? Are you, oh wait, you know what would be really cool? Phoenix X Ford. Someone make it now. A couple hours turn into a handful, which you pass by watching TV with Mabel and Dipper and doze off. 6 cents? That's like 600 pesos. I could buy chocolate with that. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're on it. Beautiful, thank you. You have no idea what kind of satellite they get out here, but the shows out here seem kind of bizarre programming you've ever seen. Once you had enough of waiting, you change into your darkest clothes and sit out to the front steps of the shack, waiting on the sun turning to sink past the trees. It's cloudy and unusually warm for this time of day, but there's a nice breeze out. Phoenix, exactly! I just feel like you just made a deal with a shady businessman. It's actually just Bill Cipher the entire time. I just made a deal, like my soul's gone in exchange for Ford fanfiction. It's strange that these errands need to happen so late in the day, considering the things that you've gathered about his criminal past, however. Maybe it's a typical weekday night for Stan. Okay, I can get behind this. Not Bill! The screen door creaks and comes out Stan, dressed all in black, just like you are, with a lumped duffel bag over one arm and a briefcase in another. As he's about to speak, a sudden gust of wind comes along and ruffles his hair, and he smooths it out Who's that? Oh, fuck, goddamn. Irritatedly, before regaining his cool and nodding at you. Ready? Ready. Also, this fits kind of hard. I mean, I'm literally wearing a black leather, and I don't think this is real leather. I got it from Target. It's my favorite little jacket. Jolene's seen it before. And when I'm wearing my Angel Dust Summer 2022? Yeah, 2022 shirt, and then pajama pants with coffees on it. It's beautiful. You go into the passenger seat as Stan settles in the driver's seat. It takes a couple tries to start, but the engine chunks away by the time you get on your seatbelt. The radio stammers to life as the engine does, sending out generic sound rock music into the leather-scented air in the car's exterior. Yeah, I love that little jacket. It's my favorite. I keep at the home, where the one I bought from the flea market? Where did we go? I think it was the flea market. Like, I keep that in my car for when I go to work, because it gets cold in my office. After a moment spent adjusting mirrors and fiddling with the knobs, Stan slots the gear shift into drive and pulls out to the mystery shack slot and down the road to town. Okay, that is kind of cool. The radio's on. Stan taps his fingers on the steering wheel of the music while he drives. So, I take it you're not making a quick trip for milk and eggs? He laughs and glances over at you. Nope. Then where are we going? First off, I'm going to see a buddy of mine, Hunter. That's where I get all my taxidermy supplies from. So that's where you get your parts from? Yeah. Oh, I just figured you got them from the local farm or something. Oh, and do money with the hippies? Not a chance. Well, I really enjoyed making that showpiece for you the other day. I had no idea you were so creative. He glances over at you with a poorly hidden surprise, turning almost immediately back to the road and spurging. It's just gluing stuff together, really. I'm gonna say no, it takes a lot of skill. You got a real gift for it. He turns to you. He's smiling. I did it good. His cheeks go a little pink as he sees the smile that you're giving him. Well, thanks. After a moment, he faces the road again, and now he taps away at the rhythm of the music with a little more enthusiasm, and even humming the chorus as he drives. Do you have any other hobbies? He rolls his shoulders back in a shrug, his head tilted off a bit towards the window. These days I spend most of my time out on the boat with Ford, hunting monsters, discovering things. He pauses, watching the road with that expression. I used to box. Fuck, what do I answer with? Where's the guide? Chris. Okay, this one doesn't have any repercussions. Okay. Okay, I'm good with this. It shows. He looks at you, grinning. That's amazing. I wish I'd grown up doing something like that. Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind showing you a few things, you know? I like that, actually. I need to learn how to fight. After 20 minutes of royal... Fuck, I can do with it. You know, royal scenery, Stan pulls out the road and into a long gravel driveway and disappears into the woods. Is this the place? Stan nods and rounds a turn to reveal a clearing polluted by a trailer home and a couple sheds. The trailer is a bit run down and shabby, and one of the sheds looks like it's about one strong sneeze from collapsing. Not really the place you want to be at night while alone with the guy you practically just met. Be honest, did you murder me? Stan laughs, cutting the engine and resting an arm on the back of the front seat. Unfortunately, you figured it out, so now I'm gonna have to kill you. I'm kidding, kid, relax. He moves to get out of the car and then pulls back with a creepy blank stare on his face. Where am I? You chuckle nervously and he laughs again, pushing the door open. Seriously, I'm kidding, won't be long. At the door of the trailer, Stan knocks and the door opens at the dark interior before he walks inside. The door shuts behind him. They get in the yard a few curious glances before realizing it's a weird pile of sticks you've been looking at. It's just actually bones. You quickly pull out your phone to look at it instead. 10 minutes later, and Stan's back, carrying a large cardboard box with both hands. You see him fumbling with the handle of the rear left door for a moment before you reach over to the seat and pop it for him. A peek in the box reveals various shades of fur, sometimes an animal skull you didn't recognize. It doesn't seem like something worth busting out your darkest dupes over. We aren't by any chance robbing a bank, are we? Because I would have brought gloves. Stan laughs. No, nothing like that. He starts the car up again and you're about back on the road. Yay! Back to more side profile! Okay, I can get behind that story project, right? The signature jacket is always nice. Have the yellow cardigan I wear fairly often. Yeah, I love the signature jacket. It's my favorite. It's been so long since I worn this. I forgot how nice it is. And now it like I love it. I did forget about the zipper though. Honestly, I kind of like the zipper because sometimes the buttons kind of get stuck with like my wires and then I end up like pulling my headset onto the ground. Happens sometimes at work. Somehow, I'm not quite convinced. Well, who knows when the night's gonna take us. Could be legal, could be not. Is that a problem? Can we swing by a jeweler and need a new watch? You probably get a crack at it, I think. Let me itchy. Ha, you're right, kid. Stan takes the highway if the final minutes of the sunset burns orange and purple ahead of you with the welcome sign to Gravity Falls disappearing in the rearview mirror. The new song comes on the radio, something bright and bouncy with the lyrics about love, and his fingers go back to tapping. In the retreating light, you can see faded patches on the rim of the steering wheel, the color worn away the decades worth of his Dutch. You find it funny to me if it was still uses the same jacket a year from now? I do. Honestly, wait a minute, Jolene. When was the last time I went to that flea market? I got that jacket around the same time I got the ring, and then we went to the mall afterwards. When was that? That was right when my box obsession was starting, so I want to say February. No! Cameron's birthday was in April. It was in April. Damn, I've had that jacket for 4 months. Far too long. I probably had this one from Target for a lot longer. I was also with Jolene when I got this. I get everything when I'm with Jolene. That's all my trademark shit. The passenger seat you sit in still hasn't yet taken the shape of the someone specific. Even after all this time, the spring still feels brand new. Meanwhile, the driver's side of the car, Stan settled easily into his seat, which fits him as well as a nicely tailored jacket. You tuck your legs up under its mate, leaning back in the dark leather of the oh god damn it, I can't read, interior, and watch cars pass by and redice back in the windshield. And reduce to atoms. That's when my Vox obsession started. That's the landmark to use for remembering. After a few minutes of music back silence, you feel like breaking it. Tell him a joke, ask about him, I want to ask him about the car. Or, I mean, I guess, okay, you come from Oregon? No, I'm from out east, Jersey, a little town called Glassshard Beach. I guess town named something dangerous. That brings in the tourist. You'll be surprised. What's it like? He shrugs. Well, why move out here? It's a long story. His voice is quiet, he watches the road ahead and focuses, but the expression doesn't last long before he brightens and smiles over at you. You don't want to hear it anyways. Tell me about your car. So the Stanley's here? Oh, oh, fucking goddamn it, I can't read. Stan pats the dashboard affectionately, running his hand over the leather interior. I've had her since high school. Nice ride, isn't she? They really don't make them like they used to, huh? Nope, they sure don't. Alright, that's the only thing left. Why do chicken coops have 2 doors? Why are there fences around a graveyard? My granddad had a heart of a lion. This one? Stan glances over you, double checking the setup of this joke. I don't know why. Because people were dying to get in. Stan laughs. Ah, that's pretty good. See, okay, I'm a good joke teller, guys. I'm an internet clown. Thanks for a moment, presumably to come up with a joke of his own. Alright, a blonde walks into a bank in New York City. Oh no, this isn't gonna be one of those awful blonde dumb jokes, is it? He levels a withering look to you. Can I tell the joke? I don't know, can you? He grins with your lower lip catching between your teeth. Clearly joking, he chuckles. Anyway, Blonde walks to the bank in New York. She goes up to the bank teller and says, "I'd like to take out a loan for $5,000, and I'm taking a vacation overseas." The car passes you on the highway, going 20 over the speed limit, and Stan swears and swivels at, "Jeez, night drivers." So the bank manager says, "Well, miss, you got collateral? We need collateral for that kind of loan." She nods and then says she does, and takes the bank manager out to the parking lot where she's got a $15,000 Ferrari waiting. And she says, "This is my car. You can hold it until I pay back my loan." Stan continues, glancing already and trying to suppress a smile. The bank manager's confused, but he figures that if this lady doesn't pay, he got a nice new Ferrari in his garage, so he agrees. A sign for an exit points off ahead on the right, the text reading Country Road 328, and Stan takes off for the highway. So, he gives Blonde 3 G's, and she hands over the keys to his car. Fuck, I can't read. and heads off to Europe. A month later, she shows back up to the bank with 5G in the interest for the loan, which figures out to be about $15. They continues turning down the U-lit gravel road, the headlights casting spooky shadows across the trees. The bank manager takes the repayment of the loan and the interest, and has one of his employees bring the car back out in front of the bank for the Blonde. Out ahead of the road, a deer turns his face to the car, and then leaps across the road and disappears into the woods. Just before she leaves, the bank manager stops the Blonde and says, "Lady, I'm real confused here. You're clearly loaded enough to afford this car, and you pay back the loan and some. Why take out the loan if you're so rich?" And the lady turns to him, runs a hand through her hair, and says, "Where else am I going to park my car in New York City for 2 weeks for only $15? Okay, that is kind of funny. Okay, it's not that. You burst into a wild laughter, and he laughs along with you. Alright, I'll take it. That's the best Blonde joke I've ever heard in my life. Nice joke. Where'd you get it? At the joke store. Ow. That could have gone bad. I could have disconnected everything in this room. Here's your payment. Thank you. Finish the first chapter. I love it. Thank you. And thanks for the goose, too. It really speaks volumes. As you finish speaking, Stan pulls off to the side of the road and the engine dies. As you step out of the car, an unearthly silence of the woods envelops the two of you. Out of the woods ahead, you see a bright light. Is this the place? Just about. You follow him back towards the trunk which he opens quietly and slowly frowns at it as he squeals. What are you doing here? Oh, what are we doing here? You might not guess when you look at me, but I got a thing. The two of you stare at each other for a moment. He looks a little nervous. For art. Fuck. Save the game! Quick! Wait, go back? What about this one? Wait, is this both the same answer? Okay, cool, I guess I'll do this one. Well, this jump up the hill has got one by this artist. Gusta Gavenge. Snuck it from right under me at the auction. I've been trying to buy it off him for years, but that jerk won't sell it, no matter how much I offer him. And trust me, I met this guy. Trust me, you met this guy, you know it's out of spite. So you're stealing it? You got it, kid. I don't know if I'm okay with this. Well, you did try buying it first. Frankly, I'm surprised you didn't do this sooner. Stanley laughs quietly, fishing around for his duffel bag for you don't know what. Wait until you see it. It's a masterpiece. I've been waiting 6 months for him to be out of town. Here, take these. He pulls a pair of gloves from the bag, handing it to you. When you slide them on, they fit almost perfectly. I guess your size right? You nod, wiggling your fingers. Stan chuckles, pulling out a pair of his own. A set of black leather driving gloves with silver snap closures that glint in the light of the trunk. You ready, kid? You bet! Sam tucks a few things in the inner pockets of a jacket that you can't see in the low light, and with the trunk shut just as quietly as it opened, you follow him into the woods and towards the distant light. What do you mean your mother... My mother calls it her dog because it has fur-like texture in the interior. What are you talking about? Oh, this sounds cool. It reminds me of a white coat my mom wears sometimes. Okay. I was like, what are you talking about? That there's the interior, the inside of a dog. What? As you near it, a porch makes shape into the light's glow. Behind it, a dark-shaped house sits in even darker woods. Stan leads you past the front porch and around the corner of the house to a set of stairs that appears to be leading to a basement. Now, this is my favorite part. He throws a small black shape from his pocket and something that looks like it might be a pen. The pen-shaped thing turns out to be a small flashlight as he holds it in his teeth as he opens the black case to reveal it's a set of lockpick tools. You're a lucky kid. You're gonna see an artist at action. He gets to work, inserting one tool in, wiggling it down to the bottom of the keyhole, and then pulls it out another, and poking the inner workings of the lock with it. You're not that psychotic. Well, I don't know, Elf. This could be like you being like, actually, I'm a serial killer in my country, and you're like fleeing. Actually approaching me. You glance around the darkness as he works, half expecting to get caught before you get anywhere, but the lock clicks and Stan stands. Opening the door for you with a flourish. That was a lot quicker than I expected. Oh yeah. Usually with pride, you smell politely as you step through the door in front of him. The basement's unlit. It smells like dust and mildew. The air's sour with wet dirt and mold. Sam moves past you in the dark. His little pen flashlight still lit. Leads you through the cobweb laundry room and towards the door across the bottom to a set of rickety wooden stairs. Well, Derpy, also, hi, welcome in. Also, I mean, I've talked to Sage about weirder shit. Wait till you see this, kid. He makes the locked door as quickly as he picked the last, and the door creaks into the dark room with the old flooring barely lit by Stan's flashlight. Oh fuck, I just realized I should be checking the wiki. I'm so smart. Okay, I am doing this right. Okay, good. Sam goes first as you follow him as he hits the light switch, revealing a beautiful design gallery with plush scarlet carpet and gleaming wood panels full of paintings of sad clowns. Sam looks more excited than you've ever seen him yet. His arms cross over his chest and a warm smile on his face. Can you believe this hillbilly chump has a collection of these? You shake your head slowly, still wandering around the room with wide eyes. Someday all these are gonna be mine. Come on, I'll show you the ones that we're after today. You follow him to the back room and he stops in front of a large painting of a clown with bright red lips and blue circles on his cheeks, his eyes outlined with black, and the comically large eyelashes painted on his eyelids. His neck ruffled droops sadly and his costume is dingy and worn out. What do you think? It's a masterpiece. You really like this kind of thing, no kidding. Stan's voice edges with hope. They're all beautifully done. It's nice to meet someone who really appreciates things I mean, it's excellent. Why not? It's a masterpiece. The way that the artist has captured his pain, the way that the framing makes him look small and pitiful, even though he takes out the most of the canvas. I can't read that word. Of the inherited joy of the clown and the anguish of this man clearly feels is what makes this kind of painting real special. Well, let's get this thing off the wall and out of here. As he works to get the cloggin down out the wall, you wander the room looking at all the other paintings. As you look over the portrait of the mime with dirt with his white and black striped shirt. You're suddenly grabbed by your shoulder. Boom! Ah! You scream, eyes shut in fear as you throw a weak karate chop at the source of the noise, making unimpressive contact with something solid and muscular. Wait, there's muscle underneath there? Under a moment's panic, you squeeze whatever the thing is with your hand. You open your eyes, finding, how was that supposed to hurt me? Stan's arm and shoulder. Boy, he's really packing some heat underneath there. Damn. If only someone told me sooner. He laughs, apparently very pleased with himself for carrying the absolute life out of you. You need those boxing tips even more than I thought. I would have defended myself from a fly with... You can't defy... Oh yeah, whatever, I can't fucking read. You laugh shakily, and then you realize you're still feeling Stan's arm. Oh, sorry about that. You pull your arm away a bit too fast and he chuckles, blushing all the way up to his ears. No problem, kid. Aw, this is cute. He clears his throat, and the silence between you begins to grow awkward before it's interrupted. Upstairs, what is supposed to be an empty home, you hear footsteps crossing towards the door of the basement. Stan apparently hears them too, and a sudden series of expressions crosses his face from shock to confusion to terror, and finally settling in indigestion. He quickly takes you by the arm, whispering harshly in your ear as he drags you towards the entrance of the clown room. As soon as he comes in here, shut the door and I'll shove these boxes in front. You nod, and just as the line of light from the top of the stairs booms down at the wide swath, you and Stan duck behind a wall near the door to freedom. One corner of the stolen painting poking from uncomfortable the ribs. Who's down there? Slippered feet come down the wooden steps ahead of you, and when their owner notices the light on, he holds something long and gun-shaped in front of himself. Pines, if I were you, I swear to God, if I'm gonna shoot you this time. Gun-shaped? A gun? Gun? Stan nudges you, jabbing a thumb towards his door leading outside and jerks head towards it. You take a step out from behind the wall, taking Stan's hand in your own and pulling him into a jog and then a run, and the two of you scrambled up the concrete steps out of the cool night air as the voice shouts, swearing behind you. Stan kicks the door shut on his way out, and there's a struggled yelp behind you that makes contact from the owner of the house. There's more swearing but you lose it behind you as you run, flashlight in one hand and Stan's hand in the other. As you reach the tree line, you part and maneuver your way through the bushes and rumbles, Stan crashing through them behind you. As you run, that deafening gunshot goes up behind you, and you realize that you're being chased. God. Maybe a life of crime isn't for me. Holy smokes, run for it, Phoenix! The noises get closer, close enough that you can hear your purser swearing constantly and loudly. You slow a bit, flashing your light behind you and raising the beam to find the distance, but visibly enraged face of a man with a rifle in his hands. Acting on pure instinct, you fling the flashlight in the direction of the angry man and take off running. After a moment, the man cries out and sounds a persistent fade of one final cry. Damn you, Pines! Stan chuckles. Sounds like you hit him. You reach the snowmobile first, sliding into the passenger seat as Stan slips his new Coughlin in the back seat before joining you in the front, both of you panting and huffing. Stan hurriedly starts the engine and pulls off. Thank God. Oh, God.
Self-voicing disabled.
Oh, thank God. I didn't know there was voice acting. Oh, wait, we could just have this thing read for us, but then it has to read for Stan. I don't know how I feel about that. Here, we'll do it for this one thing, okay?
Self-voicing enabled. At the next driveway, he does the fastest three-point turn you've ever seen in your life, and then peels off down the gravel road and screeches out into highway.
Awesome. I'm gonna disable it.
Self-voicing disabled.
Well, this game also has voice acting. Stan's quiet for a second before letting loose a wild, triumphant laughter. I thought he was gonna catch me for this time for sure. Did that man just shoot at us? Stan nods, still chuckling. Apparently, he's pretty pleased that he didn't get hit. What do you mean you committed arson? Can you stop committing crimes? I already gotta deal with this guy. He lets out a long, long sigh. His white-knuckled hands at 10 and 2 at the steering wheel. That was... Holy moly, you okay, Phoenix? A little shaky moan, good. I'll let you know when I find out. I think I want to head back, that was a lot. I don't want to sound like a little bitch, you know? You pull back into the highway, back in the direction you came from, and you lapse into a comfortable silence. After a while, he starts humming along the radio, and knowing the song this time, you hum along with him. You're asking Derpy to go against everything in his nature. Yeah, I guess you're right. I need to know my limits. Gravity Fall welcome sign passes by again, but the route Stan takes doesn't seem to lead back to the shack. Instead, you come to a stop outside, rows and rows of used cars, a car dealership. What is it, the little Gideon car dealership? Stan slides out of the car, withdrawing something from his pocket within the breast of his jacket. Once you get out and around the front bumper, you get to see that it's a cigar. You mind if I smoke? Yeah, fuck, go ahead. At least it's a cigar, not like a cigarette, like a fucking loser. Thanks, I don't like smoking around the kids, you know? I'm already much of a bad influence. He chuckles and withdraws a pack of matches from his pocket, and his face is bathed in the light of the flame. From your place a ways down the road, Stan surveys a lot, his eyes sweeping back and forth until they land on what looks like a fuse box under the dark underhang of the roof of the far side of the dealership. What are we getting? New drive belts, some spark plugs, a couple over things I can't remember the name of, and worth explaining. Smoking is alcohol. No. It won't take all night though, right? He shakes his head, taking a long drag of his cigar, smoke trailing off his lips and into the night. You lean back against the front bumper of a car next to him and stuff your hands into your pockets. There isn't much light pollution out here, so the stars are bright and numerous above. Provided your car gets fixed up soon, this might not be a turn of events for such a bad trip. Take a deep breath in your nose. The smell of sweet, headed cigar smoke and crisp night air filling your lungs. Oh, I can't wait to get secondhand smoke. So, how are we doing this? We got rid of those lights. No doubt, Bud's clever enough to have night vision cameras. He laughs low as he speaks, smoke blowing out into the night with each individual laugh. But we cut the power in the process and the cameras are going to be gone anyways. So we cut the power, find a car that of the same make and model as yours, and I'll dig through the parts of the car your car's needs. An hour, maybe an hour and a half tops. I can get the lights. Stan turns his head and looks at you, waving away a fresh cloud of smoke as he accidentally exhales in your direction. You're sure? Yeah, I can do it. The two of you stand there in silence for a few more minutes before he bends out and grinds his cigar cold on the Oh, the asphalt! I didn't know that's how you spell asphalt. Hold on. Shining with a grin and a huff of quiet laughter. Jeez, starting to remember why I quit doing this, dude. You sure are alright with this kid? You know, robbing the place? You don't think I can do it? No, it's not that. You've been keeping up with me just fine all night. I just didn't seem like you had a lot of experience here. Trust me, I have a lot of experience. He smiles, a warm and genuine expression that ignites something fuzzy and soft inside of you. You don't notice that you're staring until he turns away and moves away towards the trunk. He reaches into the car and pulls out a lever on the driver's side of the front seat, and the trunk pops open. I revolve into it, and after rummaging through the contents for a minute, he brings out a pair of pliers. Alright, you go over there and take care of the wires. I got a few things to get taken care of. You crash down behind the fence as you reach the lot, scrambling along the shadows until you reach the dealership's main building. With a peek over the edge, you see the wall of the building as it casts shadows from the poorly placed streetlights. Another peek, you find a car the same make and model as yours in the back of the lot, nearing a sign that says discounted section, big deals. It makes an embarrassing amount of effort to get over the fence, but you manage to press yourself flat against the wall, inching towards the fuse box. It's locked and you pry it open with the pliers and look over what's inside. A bunch of switches, some wires. What if I just press the big switch? What about... Oh, fuck yeah, I did it. your face pinching in concentration, you push the biggest switch in the opposite direction. The entire property goes dark. You slip the tools back in your back pocket and take a look around just to make sure the power's out. With a satisfied nod, you feel your way back to the parking lot, knocking your shins on 3 separate cars before you figure out you probably just stop and wait for Stan. Where you at, kid? His voice isn't far away, but he isn't close either. You feel your way around an SUV, then a sedan? The gravel in the parking lot crunches under your feet, and you reflex to stare down at the ground ahead of you, your eyes slowly adjusting to the darkness. Out ahead of you, a flashlight turns on and skims the lot until it finds you. Found you! He sounds amused, probably the way that you're standing with your arms spread across the wide, sleek, modern sports cars. Getting familiar with the merchandise, eh? You give the car an awkward pat and make your way towards the beginning of the flashlight's beam. You see anything the same make as yours before the lights shut off? Yeah, there's one back in the discount section. It's kind of insulting now that you think about it, actually. He hands you this flashlight when you reach him. You slowly... Fuck, god damn it! Hold on, I gotta take a step. Hold on. My brain. All this reading out loud, I'm not gonna have a voice tomorrow. He hands you the flashlight when you reach him, and you start slowly back towards the discount cars. Discount. Your car it's a classic. It's usually extremely reliable. To be perfectly honest, it's not even your fault that it's in the state that it's in. It was Ford and his whatever it is. Don't you blame Ford, he's the nicest guy. You're deep in salty thoughts when the hand suddenly grips your ribs on either side. Gotcha! Ah! You scream and throw back an elbow, whatever got a hold of you, and you hear Stan yelp and fall in the clatter of the kicking gravel and the metal clanking together. He scared you again. Well, I got you good that time. Holy smokes, kid. You turn the flashlight to where he's fallen. You find him with a hand cupped over his face, blood dripping down from between his gloved fingers. Yeah, I deserve that one. Ah, shit, I didn't. I'm really sorry. No, I'll be alright. Just help me up. You took the still lit flashlight into your back pocket for a moment, reaching down and finding his hands in the dark to pull him up. Once he's on his feet, you retrieve the flashlight from your back pocket. As you bring up the beam to Stan's face, you find him holding a handkerchief over his nose and squeezing it. He's apparently brought a backpack with him, and it's sitting on the ground behind him, where you presumably dropped it when you elbowed him. You know, it was a really solid hit. You got a lot of power in there. I don't know if you were just saying to be nice earlier, but you really should show some of those moves. Teach you how to direct that strength. Should I be concerned? I probably should be, because, like, he's, like, bleeding out. He removes the hanky from his nose for a moment, gently prompting the bridge of his nose with a finger and frowns. It's not broken, that's for sure. That's good. He laughs quietly, taking a clean corner of the handkerchief and dabbing at his nose with it. Grimacing, sniffling. Aw, shit, I forgot to check that guide again. God damn it, did I do this right? Yeah, okay, I did it right. I'm so smart. Why did I do this sooner? Yes, quietly, taking a... Oh, yeah. He laughs, taking a clean quarter of the handkerchief and dabbing his nose with it, grimacing and sniffing hard as it comes back until clean. Way to go. Are you sure you're alright? Yeah, of course. I got in worse beings than that, believe me. His face is flushed from the sudden injury, but he looks otherwise okay. You sigh, you plant your hands on your hips. Then let's finish this. He reaches out towards you and then catches a glimpse of the blood and reconsiders, wiping his gloves as clean as he can get it with a hanky. As you reach the car you spotted earlier, he pops the hood and drops his pack on the ground next to him, next to the bumper, unzipping it to reveal a jumble of various wrenches and tools. Alright, hold the flashlight setting on the engine so I can keep an eye out. Do we want to watch him work for a minute? Well, we're supposed to take it. Keeping an eye out was definitely important, you think, as he rolls up his sleeves and exposes his muscular forearm. That's... wow. Apparently me and Phoenix in this universe are on the same page. Like, wow. His gloved hands are still liberated. Practice movements without hesitation, zeroing in on the spark plug immediately. Oh, did I... Bends over the front of the car, his jacket riding his back as it stretches to grab a deeply set part, and you catch one glimpse of his skin before you hastily turn your attention back to the lot in front of you. You're trying to glad it's dark and you feel a blush crossing your face and all the ways up to your ears. Let's go. We're a nasty dog right now, holy shit. It doesn't take long for him to get what he needs for your car, shutting the hood and sending the pack onto it, and stuffs parts into it. That was quick. Now, the parts you needed were easy to find. Just takes the right... Hey, what's going on there? That you, bud? The light finds you both, and Stan turns around quickly, leaving the bag behind himself in the hood. Yeah? Pines? What the heck happened to your face? What are you doing here at... Hey, are you stealing parts again? No. He inches closer to you until your shoulders are touching. And behind you, he pushes the bag to your hands before lowering his voice to speak to you. Run for it. Get the bag out of sight and toss it into the bush nearby. I'll get to it later. You know, picking up the bag and holding it behind yourself. A flashlight by the road moves closer and you slowly scoot away from the cars and backwards. Hey, you, where are you going? You move backwards a little faster, keeping the bag out of sight, and when the light leaves you to check on Stan, you make a break for it and towards the fence, dropping the bag over ahead of you. A new voice suddenly speaks and you yelp, Hey, where are you going, burglar? You're under arrest. For burglary. There's a shout from Stan behind you, and there's a hefty thud, and one of the car alarms starts squealing. You're so surprised by the alarm that the second cop gets his hands around your wrist and slaps a pair of handcuffs on you. God damn it. I can't believe I'm being arrested. I'm innocent, I tell you. You better quit your squirming there, but we caught you fair and square. Hey, come on, Bullets. I saved the town from an interdimensional demon. Give me a break. Sorry, Stan. We got a job to do. Sam grumbles quietly, and the man behind you leads you towards the row behind Stan and Buds, who's now got him in handcuffs. Yeah, Buds and Deputy Darlin. Yeah, that's it. You get out of this, but how? Just go for the gun. I feel like that, that would get us a felony. Grabbing an officer's gun. Something less dangerous. You close the space between you and the cop behind you. When something moves between your fingers, you grab it, bring it back. Well, you're not sure what it is, but it feels like it's cold and metal, so you slip it into your back pocket. I don't want a felony. Shoot, darling. We don't have that cruiser. Me and my ideas of romantic strolls in the moonlight. Well, why don't we just Commander Stan's car? Do you mean Commander? I don't know. Erwin, darling? Too bad I have... Why do you have 6 felonies? You're an absolute delight, and I cherish having you as my laugh partner. Darling giggles behind you and Bud giggles with them. Can't believe we're getting arrested for by these guys. Two of them push you and Stan in the back of his car, crowning you and these... Nogan? Oh, did they steal the painting? God damn it. Thing grips it protectively, muttering under his breath about the fuzz. He's quiet for the most part of the ride, only speaking once. You okay, Phoenix? Yeah, I'm alright. He falls quiet after you respond and stays that way all the way to the station. Inside the station, Dara leads you into the pair of seats by the desk, and Bud disappears down the hallway. Bud is in the back after a few minutes, a deep frown set on his face, and after directing his frown to Daryl, they take you and Stan down the hall to a set of cells. At the cell, he withdraws a set of keys and opens the door. You and Stan are uncuffed, and with a solid and somehow alarming clang, the cell door shuts and locks. You guys better get comfortable. We'll get your prints in the morning. Sin grumbles, sitting down on one of the provided bunk beds. You sit down on one next to him, facing him. He peels off his gloves, tucking them inside out and into his pocket, and fumbles with the loose threads onto the thin wool blanket on the bunk bed. Through the door at the end of the hall, you hear Derlin saying something about fancy black finger paints to Buds. Say his local crime. He is a con artist, but he's innocent. I tell you, innocent. He's being framed. Here in the bright fluorescent lights, you can see that he still has a bit of blood smeared under his nose and on his chin. You feel a flush of embarrassment that you remember that you're the one who did that to him. Really, Jerry, now. I can't wait to see how everyone back home is. Yeah. How are we gonna get out of here? Stan struggles, crossing his arms over his chest and flopping back on the mattress. Don't think we can, kid. I'll see if I can convince him that you got hypnotized or something to come along with me. Keep you out of trouble. Listen, if you're going down for this, then so am I. What do you mean you probably checked dinner? Elf, for you right now, it's 10:22. You should have eaten 2 hours ago. It's your dog's bedtime. Man, what excuse. God, my defense, we ate lunch at like 4. Yeah. Well, go check on your dinner. He laughs quietly, prompting himself on his elbows. You don't want to get in trouble with the law, kid. Trust me. This isn't my first time spending the night in jail. Not by a long shot. Sounds rough. Yeah, well, it goes. And then compared to the 5 years in the Colombian prison. Thank you. There's a story behind that, but it doesn't look like he wants to tell it at the moment. Anyway, the only way we're getting out of here is with keys. Then we can just slip on out the window or something. You think for a moment, stuffing through your hands in your pocket, and suddenly remember the thing that you grabbed off of the second cop, Derlin. Oh, wait! You jump to your feet and dig into your back pocket, withdrawing a small metal thing that you stole to find that it's a set of car keys with a plastic keepsake photo fob. Santa's not looking, staring at the floor of the cell instead, but you think you know what to do with these. You get to the door looking for Daryl. Hey, do you hear me out there? You dropped your car keys. The faint distance of the other room stops, and at the moments later, During comes into view. Where'd you get my keepsake fob? I've been looking for that. What do you mean, yay, prison? You hold it through the bars with both hands, and he reaches for his key knobs. You reach out to his belt with your right hand and unclip the ring of keys on his belt. He doesn't notice. Derlin thanks you for returning his keys and gives you both a sterling stare before heading back down the hall and through the door. You hold the keys out in front of you and jiggle them triumphantly. Look what I got from Daryl. Stan stares at your hand in disbelief, and then at you, and then at the keys, and back at you before he laughs incredulous. Are you sure you don't have experience in this kind of thing? Stan takes the keys from you, looking them over in his palms. He smiles at you, and then looks down at the keys and covers his mouth with his hands. Drags it down to his chin. I can't believe I've been shown up by a tourist. Well, get used to it, bud, because I got some skills. He looks proud, smiling at you like you just handed him $1 million. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here. He stands as you reach through the bars and try the keys until one works. The door swings open with a quiet creak and you creep out down the hallway to the door. You open it a crack and looking out into the lobby and see Buds asleep in the front desk, Daryl not in sight. Slowly you pull the door open and move into the lobby, Stan tapping your shoulders and whispering low. You gotta get my keys. You see them anywhere? You glance around and spot them next to where Buds is asleep, drool is pulling on the table. Shoot. Crossing your fingers for luck, you sneak over to the desk and reach down to grab them when Bull suddenly stirs and mutters. Dang it, Bangfoot, stealing my shoes, stretching all my shoes. Stan snorts behind you as you manage to suppress a laugh as you pluck the keys away. Wait, hold on. Wait, don't shout! Stan disappears to the other room, and then you're stunned, wondering what the hell he'd be doing right now that's more important than escaping. Before you have the chance to call out to him, you Something you might regret later. He appears in the doorway with that some troublesome clown painting under his arm. Seriously? Duh. Alright, let's roll. Slipping out with only a click of the station's key door closing behind you, you and Stan climb into the car and escape into the night. After stopping by Bud's dealership to pick up the hidden backpack, you and your partner in crime head back to the shack in comfortable silence. You feel tired as if you weren't on for the adrenaline. Hold on, my brain is mush. I don't think... I'm gonna take a few sips of my water real quick. Hold on. I feel better now. It's like the right side of my throat. It hurts a bit. I've been talking a lot today. I had, 2 recordings and now a live stream? So I've been talking for 2 hours so far. Take some Tums. What are the Tums gonna do for my throat? You carry the backpack inside while Sam brings the painting in the briefcase, setting both on the kitchen table. I call that a successful night. Even though we got arrested, so would I, and fun too. You grin over to him and realize, in the bright kitchen light, he still has blood on his face. How can you keep forgetting? You're the one who elbowed him, after all. Come here. You pull one of the chairs over the table, gesturing for him to sit down. Guys, we got the HD. We made it, guys. Good for He looks a little wary, but obeys. The chair's ancient metal frame creaking under his weight. You grab a couple paper towels, turning on the faucet in the sink and wetting them. Yeah, clean them up. Gotta do this shit. Mentally setting yourself, you hold the side of his face and neck in your hand. With a gentle pressure, you guide his hands to tilt back until he lit up and fully by the overhead light. You can feel the blush under your hands, his skin heating up, and he seems too surprised to protest or even speak as you wipe the now dry blood from his face. What do you mean, oh god? Let me have this, assholes. He's quiet while you work, watching you with warm brown eyes rimmed by dark lashes. I could have taken care of that myself, you know? The blood's still on him. He says this, but he isn't pulled away or made any moves to leave. I did the damage. The least I can do is clean it up after myself. God damn it, I can't fucking read. Anyway, I had done plenty as it is. Yeah, you missed a spot. Paper towels have become too soiled to work with, so you toss them into the trash and go back to get a few more. Your hand returns to his cheek, and you could be imagining things, but it almost feels like he's leaning in. I really did have a good time with you tonight. I had no idea crime could be so fun. Maybe that's why Derpy likes doing arson. Why didn't I think of this? He smirks, avoiding your gaze. I had a good time too. Yeah, he better like the fucking date. I worked hard. AKA pulled up a guy to make sure I didn't do anything wrong. You pause for a moment, realizing something. Those cops aren't gonna come after us, are they? Stan shrugs. Probably not. They're nice enough guys, but not exactly competent. Oh, the blood's gone. We did it, guys. Not quietly, he smirks up at you. You stand back to make sure you're finished, and you toss the last paper towel into the trash. You sure it's not broken? No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Your hand lingers on his cheek. Fuck. Do I say goodnight or do I hug him? Hug? I'm gonna save just in case something fucked up happens. I take fuck, god damn it. Fortified deep breath and lean down, wrapping your arms around him. Thanks for the car parts. Pull away, he's got a funny look on his face. And for the good time. Well, good night. He stares at you for a moment with that look on his face and composes himself and gives you a goofy smile. Sleep tight, Phoenix. The romance! You brush your teeth and change your pajamas, and it's not until you get into bed that you realize you're still smiling. The rush from it all hasn't completely faded, and after a while, your eyes grow heavy and you drift off to sleep. No one back home is ever gonna believe you with this. Yay, the meter went up! We did it! Dream about it. Okay, I think this part's easy. It's under the mattress. Okay, this is when the pig and the goat get married, so we're just gonna skip all this, because nothing important happens. I can't imagine this marriage failing. Does this matter? Nope. So we're just fucking just going through this, going through the motion until Stan shows up in this. On the roof. That'd be no greater honor. Oh, fuck! Go back! Oh yeah, there's... Okay, they came in. Okay. You're dethroned. I'm gonna do that one. Crouch, putting them on. Kiss the go, it counts. Dipper's there. And a camera. Step away, but stand stop you breaking the door. Okay. I think this changes. Because previously it was about Ford. We're gonna call it in a second. Because I don't know if my voice can handle any more of this shit. Hey Phoenix, thanks for playing along with Mabel's the whole wedding thing. He said the thing that I said. We're glad that you're willing to entertain her while we're gone. She didn't make you do it, did she? No, oh, she didn't. She just needed a ring bearer, so I set it up. Standing forward, arch matching eyebrows at you. I'm very invested in the marriage of a goat and a pig, you know. The three of you laugh and stand past your shoulder. Foreign gives you a warm smile. Well, I'm glad you're as into it as she is. Thanks for that. Yeah, kid. Nice of you to be nicer, you know. Oh, here we go. Guys, we found it. Stan clears his throat, awkwardly rubbing his neck. Thanks for playing around with Mabel and her weird wedding thing. Looks like she likes you. Sort of hard, still. He gives you a genuine, grateful smile that you easily turn. We turn? Oh, we return. Okay, god damn it. I can't fucking understand shit. It's no problem, really. I'm happy to keep her and Dipper happy where I can. Stan nods at you, pink on his cheek, and before going past you, heading in the house, you can swear you can see Ford giving him a funny look, but you can just be imagining it. Hey, Phoenix, you're gonna miss the party. We got popsicles. I call the red ones. Pineapple ones for mine. I call dips. But the pineapple ones are always the best ones. Maple and Stan wrestle over the yellow popsicles while Dipper contentedly wraps a red one, holding it above his head and out of the way of the chompers. Ford gingerly picks out a purple popsicle and leaves the ice tray open for you to grab one as well. While Stan and Mabel aren't looking, you hide the pineapple popsicles at the bottom of the chest. Dipper sees and laughs, but doesn't tell. They're a strange bunch, but these two sets of twins. They're certainly making your summer a lot more exciting as your stay at the Mystery Shack continues. Your wrecked car sitting outside in the heat of the setting sun. Yay, we did it! This is when we get interrogated by Mabel, which we're gonna do next time we play this. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Is it? Hold on. Could we go see Ford? I did save. I'm gonna go... Oh, you can reload that shit because this is a Stan run. All right, I think that does it, guys. We will continue this next time we do this at whatever reason. Tomorrow, I'm thinking Minecraft. I have my sister's birthday tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. We had a lot of more people come in. I'm very surprised. You have church tomorrow? You probably need Jesus after watching this, so I guess that kind of checks out. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I highly appreciate it. In the description is a bunch of links, included but not limited to Twitter, Instagram, Discord server, and the person made my profile banner, my PNG2, or my good old friend Astro Gummy. The cards linked in the description of all their social medias, including conventions that they're vending in the future in Artist Alley. So if you see them there, make sure you say hello. And thank you to MondoButter_ for making the little stream intro. I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna go rest and probably write fan fiction before I go to bed. I had a great time tonight. My throat is not going to say the same thing tomorrow, but you have to get the game. Just look up on Google Swooning for Stands. It's a free game for you to download off of like the eChow website and everything. Highly recommend it. But I'll see you guys next time. Take care.